What's up, YouTube? This is Fate, bringing you another deck profile at the locals, and today I'm with my friend Enemy here, and he's going to be showing us his brand new Toon deck profile. And without further ado, take us away.
Alright, so when I heard the Toon support was going to be coming to, pretty much when I heard the new Toon support, I decided I wanted to build the deck immediately. So I pretty much picked up everything when it was super cheap. I didn't pick up these guys when they were ridiculously overpriced, when they reached like the 20s at one point they were at. So for those of you guys who bought these when they were that priced, I'm sorry. Let's just get on the deck profile. So obviously, triple Toon Mass Sorcerer, he's probably like one of the best cards in the deck. Every time he deals damage, you get the draw a card, so it's just ridiculous. It's the same thing with Kingdom. The fact that I can just keep saving all my monsters just lets me just keep drawing cards. So need to run 3 of him. Opted to run triple Toon Gemini Elf. Some people like to cut this to 2. I like 3, just the fact that I can just keep making my opponent discard whenever it deals damage. It's just really good. And 19 is actually pretty hard to get over, especially when I can just keep saving it with Kingdom as well. So, but this would be optional. I just like 3, just fits my playstyle more. Then we run 1 Toon Cannon Soldier. This was a tech because I actually was running Scapegoats in the deck at one point, but I just kept Scapegoats just kept getting in the way for me to just keep summoning monsters. So I decided just to keep him in here just in case I ever need to get rid of something, or if I just want to pop my opponent for game pretty much. It's the only reason why he's in here. And then 1 Toon Goblin Attack Force, just another beat stick pretty much, so 23 beater. But other than that, that's pretty much, so that's all the level 4s. Only run 2 Toon Cyber Dragon. I was running 3. 3 got Cloggy, surprisingly. But 2 is all you need, and I actually dropped the 3rd one for a 2nd Toon Dark Magician Girl. I was running her at 1. I bumped her to 2 because she's the only Toon that can attack while she's summoned, which is really good. The fact that I can just, summon any monster and then just tribute to special summon her and just attack immediately for 2 grand. It's really good. So if anyone else wants to play the deck, I highly recommend playing at least 2, if not 3. But I just don't want to find the room to add the 3rd one in right now. And then to run off the monsters, I just play double Summoner Monk since I run a ton of spells. This card is really viable right now. Especially again, I just go into Summoner Monk, tribute off for, if I open up these 2, just tribute them off, you just attack for 2 grand immediately. It's just really good right now. So it's it for monsters. For spells, obviously, the broken card of the deck, Triple Kingdom. This card is ridiculous. The fact that I can just keep saving my monsters no matter what happens to them, and my opponent can't target them with spell or trap cards, is just too good not to run 3. Some people like to run 3 of this in 1 Toon World. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I have to, I don't want to rely on anything else, so I'd stay with these 3, and I have plenty of cards to protect them as well for it. Triple Toon Table, obviously, if I don't open up with Kingdom and I open up with one of these, obviously search it, or if I open up with Kingdom and I open up Summoner Monk, and I open up this and something else, you can pretty much just make a bit different play. But if I don't open up Kingdom and I open up this, you always want to search Kingdom first. And just more searching for Kingdom, triple terraforming. This card was iffy at first. I went from 1 to 0 to 2 to 3, just like that. And the reason being is just I wanted to have more searchable cards to get Kingdom. Plus, since I am running Summoner Monk, if I do brick into this and I have Summoner Monk in hand and I have Kingdom in hand, I can just ditch this off and so make it so it's just not just sitting in my hand.
Yeah, sorry for the drunken camera motion. I've left my tripod. That doesn't help.
Probably one of my favorite cards in the deck, Triple Magic Reflector. Not a lot of people actually, who I've played against, sees this card. A lot of people don't even know what this card does whenever I play against them. This card is just too good. It protects my Kingdom, and for those of you guys who don't know what it does, I can target a face-up spell or trap, or face-up spell card, continue to spell card, so pretty much just target the Kingdom and put a counter on it. If that card would be destroyed, I can remove the counter instead. So there have been times where I've had 3 counters because of my 3 Magic Reflectors on Kingdom, and my opponent can't do anything because I just keep removing counters to keep Kingdom on field. The card's just too broken, and it's super cheap. It's like $1.50. So, also, people were suggesting to play Field Barrier in the deck. I feel like the card is pretty bad because if you get Kingdom and you activate Field Barrier and they somehow get rid of your Kingdom, you're pretty much screwed because you can't really much do anything. Because Kingdom, you can still do things, but Kingdom just makes the deck so much better. And I run triple MST just for backrow height and just to protect my Kingdom even more. If anything, I would actually recommend siding these because, again, they're really not necessary right now, but I just like to make sure my cards are protected. Done with Comic Hand, it's Snatch Steal for Toons. The card is ridiculous. I was running 3, I cut it to 2. 3 was a little bit too much, even though I did like 3. 2 is working out pretty well. And then for the 1/0s, 1 Dark Hole. If you have Regeki, play Regeki over this. I just don't have an extra one right now, so Dark Hole is
Poor man's Regeki.
pretty much. Then my 1 tech Toon rollback, just make it so I can attack twice, especially if I open up with that Toon Dark Magician Girl. And it's 4K immediately, that turn 1. It's just ridiculous. And then the 1 Mimicat, people who play 2 of this need to stop. 1 is all you need. This is pretty much like a power play card. You never want to activate this unless you know you can push for game. So it's pretty much like a dead draw every time I draw into it too when I don't need it. So again, it's a ton of trap cards. There are a ton of spell cards, which is why I run Summoner Monks. Summoner Monks is like the key card. And I run actually pretty low trap count. So for traps, the 1 Warning, 1 Bottomless, 1 Mirror Force, and only 1 Chain. Again, I would like to run more, but I would have to first of all find room, and I would have to get rid of some of the spells. If anything, I'll probably end up dropping the MSTs for more traps, like add probably like another Chain and 2 more Mirror Forces just in case. But for now, this is what I'm playing, and it's actually been working out pretty well. And then for the last traps, 2 Briefcase and 2 Toon Mass. Cards are ridiculous. The fact that I can just special summon a monster when my opponent summons a monster, and then this it's Compulse, but it sends the monsters back to the deck, which is why I don't run Compulse. If anything, I would actually like to run 1 more of this, but again, it's just the trouble of finding room for it. So
Gotta love the anti-cleave pendulum cards.
exactly. So that's it for the main deck. Extra deck, I rarely actually go into any of this stuff, but there's just times where I do. Maze Stroke, I rarely never go into him. Rhapsody, it's just like a pretty standard extra deck lineup. Again, I rarely go into any of this, but there's just times where I do need to go into extra deck stuff. Dweller, Black Ship, Rang Zero, Castell, Diamond Dyer, Dark Rebellion, Outer Arc, Emerald. This was the Wall with Chain, but since Chain's gone, I have to play him now. X-Titan, and then these last 3 I barely go into at all if I ever go into extra deck stuff, which is Durandal. Just in case, if my opponents, again, the only monsters I actually have for him are the Toon Cyber Dragons. So those are literally my only targets, which is why I run him, because there have been times where I actually have 2 of these guys on field, and the only other rank 5s I play are Volcasaurus and Zenmaio. But again, I rarely go into these, but when I do, it's always Durandal, just the fact that I can change the effect to just do something else instead of whatever the effect initially was. Just pretty much just to save my kingdom. That's pretty much why I run those 3. And then he's just there for game, and then he's there if I need to get rid of more back row. That's pretty much it for the deck. the deck's fun. If you have, the money for it, I would highly recommend playing the deck. The deck it's just so much fun to play. So the fact that if your opponent doesn't play Toons, you'll probably have game within 2 or 3 turns just by attacking them directly. It's just really good.
Awesome. Thank you very much for taking time doing the deck profile with this channel. Hope you enjoyed the video as well. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time.